Oh, I've done forgot what we're gonna say since I stole your intro last time. Welcome to the Average Adventuring Party podcast, where we learn to play tabletop role-playing games one mistake at a time. Yeah, I like the TTRG better.
We are very professional and never make any mistakes whatsoever.
Are you sure that thing's fucking on?
Yeah.
Is the microphone plugged in?
We fail forward. We failed forward. Discovering that it sounded better without the microphone plugged in was failing forward.
You know, we slowly got better. We started on a cell phone. Then we got an epic microphone. And then, yes, we sound better just with the built-in mic.
Eventually...
Aren't you the built-in mic right now?
Eventually, we'll even upgrade that. I think next time we're going to use 2 cans and string.
That is not 2 cans and string. It's actually 2 cans.
Yes, we're going to get the birds and put the strings on them.
Yeah,
open them out.
You need to give me plenty of Benadryl then for the allergic to birds.
It's really our elaborate plot.
Are you allergic to this bird?
If she was, she'd be dead.
Yeah.
2 minutes into the average episode.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
But you murder me and you can't have the board games.
That's fair.
That's why we still need to murder him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has the board games anyway. We can keep coming and visiting and play over your dead body. Look, it's a good time.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
but who am I going to bang and bang?
I mean...
That's fair.
All of us have banged one time or another.
For the record, we are talking about the game Bang, which highly recommend it. You should bang your friends right here on the table.
For the record, that's what he's talking about.
We are peaking pretty bad. I'm going to adjust the volume just a little bit.
I was going to say, like, no, you should just bang your friends. In whatever context you feel it's appropriate.
We don't judge. So, anyone remember what happened last time?
We
didn't die.
That you are correct.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Hey, at least one thing I was inhabiting died.
I mean, that's true.
And the 2 of you are already dead.
That's true.
One's dead? No. I was going to say you're undead. No, wait. You're a vampire.
So kind of starting from the beginning, we woke up with no memory of what had happened in kind of this weird facility where we had to figure out how to get ourselves out from the rooms we were trapped in.
There's an ISS.
Yes, there was a...
You are on the space station. How'd you know?
There was a...
That's that kind of ISS.
in school suspension. We had to break ourselves out, and as we were doing it, there was a villain who was making an escape along with...
a couple of our
teammates. It was Captain
Starling.
Captain Starling. And one of our teammates, Black Huron, was also apparently in the base and had escaped.
With Streak.
With Streak.
The speedster.
The speedster.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Let's see. We unintentionally didn't properly eject a flash drive.
Yeah.
And in so doing, called down the evil killer robots.
Yes.
You broke a computer?
We broke these guys reenacted the Office Space copy printer machine scene with a computer.
Yep.
We may and or may not have inadvertently altered the structure of the base a couple of times. I don't know where that tiny nuke came from. Let's see.
It'll be fine.
Let's see. We found, or rather, those guys found a dorm room with a weird alien pod.
And my name.
And your name on it. I found out we were about 20 or 30 miles from the city in this kind of park nature area. I think that about covers us.
Yeah. Did y'all get out of said enclosure?
No.
Correct.
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I came back, but...
We're investigating some dorms.
Uh-huh.
I have no way of climbing up several hundred feet.
Yeah.
I think we can haul your ass out.
I mean, we could throw you.
There's ways to do this.
I mean, Paris has already said she can teleport you.
Uh-huh. But y'all decided he wanted to explore back the way y'all came, and they wanted to check out the dorms.
Well, you made it clear the bad guy didn't actually go that way on his way out.
No. So
Correct.
I found out what I found out and probably would head back to these guys.
So that's actually where we'll cut back in. After y'all had a time to poke around the rooms to your heart's desire, Damien eventually floats back in through the pile of rubble that was once occupied by some killer robots.
Well, there's more good and bad news. The good news being the city is about 20 miles that way. The bad news is the city is 20 miles that way and we're in the middle of a nature preserve.
There's no cell signal out here, is there?
No.
Thank God!
I think the real good news is that you just saved a whole bunch on your car insurance.
By dying, yes.
Actually, that does make me wonder if my car is still at the bottom of that ravine.
Well, we found something very, very interesting. Let's see if we can crack this egg open.
You found eggs?
A big alien-looking one.
How would you know that?
I can see in your mind.
Okay. Did you ask permission?
Oh, please. I have to work harder not to see what you are all seeing right now.
Can you see what I'm thinking right now?
Ooh, that's very rude.
And we all know inside of her head is like a 3-story tall middle finger.
I would just like to think, zooms in on her head, and inside her head is this little black-haired elf girl looking at an art pad who just looks up, gives the finger, and goes back to drawing.
Where are we even going to get Where are we even going to get 3 plungers and a traffic cone?
I'm pretty sure there's a supply closet somewhere.
Oh, there's one that way.
See?
It's under a ton of rubble. Something went wrong with that robot, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it.
I'm supposed to say besides you?
Listen, I was asking it kindly to do things. I didn't tell it to blow itself up.
That they can prove.
Machinery is the devil.
Uh-huh.
The last good machine was manufactured in 1967.
And was your car?
And was my car.
I thought I was the one who could mind read.
Well, I mean, he obviously loves his car. The way he goes on about it.
I just miss it. I spent a while there hoping cars could come back as ghosts as well, but...
We don't need a
Alas.
Christine here.
Yeah, no Christine.
Please, thank you, no.
Is that one of your pop culture references?
Yes.
Nerd.
Hey, it was written before I was born, okay?
So what did you find aside from an alien egg?
Dorms with our names on them? They're empty.
Is there one with my name on it?
Yeah, these people are really creepy, okay?
Having a bedroom for a ghost just seems really counterintuitive.
This person doesn't know me at all. Just gonna poke my head in there. Is it set up the same way, just bed?
Same way, bed, and that's it. Nothing, no personal effects.
Yeah, the only distinguishing figure is that pod thing that we found in your room.
Yeah, with my
I wonder if we're clones.
With your contact.
Yeah, my
You had contact with it.
Perhaps this is a cloning facility and we're all clones. We don't
That
have
actually, just to clarify, that wasn't in your room. That was in the room at the end that you found.
But I had contact with it.
You did have contact.
So not in my room. But I touched it. I was all over it.
Before you before this time around.
Yes.
Has anybody opened it?
We don't know how.
Oh.
You wanna
Did I just walk up, poke my
go
head
out?
inside?
Go in?
Whenever you go to, that's what you do.
Or just like touch it to see if.
Yeah, you go to move it and touch it, and you actually don't go through it. You stop, and now that y'all are actually looking at this, you see one little light up on it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Ooh, I don't see it.
Does this thing have any like seams or handles? Nothing.
Does it look like it's connected to anything? A bunch of wires going something?
Nope, it is a formless, egg-shaped pod.
I'll put. I guess since we're kind of mind league, I can experience that the light goes off from them, and I'm like, maybe by the power of the four of us combined, we can open it, and Psychout will put his hand on it.
When you place your hand on it, a second light starts flashing.
Come on now, everyone join together.
Oh my
Learn
gosh.
to love one another
This
right
is
now.
Care Bear crap.
This is Captain Planet crap.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, I was just thinking this seems like an easy trap.
I would never do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, listen, there's Captain Starling right there.
I guess I'll touch it also.
Okay. Third light starts strobing on it.
Fine.
Just like barely to everybody,
I'm-
like be ready to run
I'm
or
going to
something.
torch this or rip it apart if it does anything
Okay.
stupid. How about that?
Okay. When you touch it, 4 lights are flashing. And as it's strobing, they're going around in a circle. There seems to be one light missing, though.
Come on, Damien, join in.
No,
Oh, this
like
is already
that.
gone.
He had already
Oh,
Need a
touched
fifth
it.
person.
I bet you it's the dude that ran.
You're not touching it because you're a ghost.
I'm just gonna put another hand on it and see if that.
Unfortunately, no. It's still just
Mm.
flashing nearly a full ring around it.
Take my hand off and see if a light goes out.
Yes, it does.
I bet it's the guy that ran.
My other
Not Captain Starling. You know it's black hair.
Black hair. I wonder if we need all of them or if we can just grab a feather.
Did you see any feathers? Wait, wrong question. Wrong person asked the question.
Did
you see any feathers? Damien?
Feathers. Did I see any feathers when I went through the labyrinth?
Well, give me a perception check.
You fool.
Actually, you can actually do an investigation check since you're kind of fancy at that thing.
It's too bad he wasn't molting.
Who's that?
Oof. I got 1.
Now, per your request, this was just going to be an average challenge because you're trying to look around through your memory. 1 is enough to succeed on an average challenge.
Good.
You might have seen, a couple of feathers as you were floating through. As far as past the rubble, you didn't see anything standing out because the hallways, as you recall, were fairly pristine, minus the dust from said explosive rubble.
Well, I don't recall having seen anything, but we found 2 exits, and both of them were pristine, which leads me to believe there is another exit.
So, should we let go and go find the other exit? Should we look around for a feather to see if that works to open this? How interested are we in this?
Actually, I was just wondering, how heavy is that? And I point at the device.
At the device, you can try and lift. Well, you can't try and lift it.
I'm gonna try to pick it up.
Okay. What you'll need to do is make a might roll.
Oh yeah, this is gonna suck.
And this is going to be a 5 dice success.
So you need 5
You have
successes.
to have 5 net successes.
Can I help her with my telekinesis?
You can try.
So, are we going to aim for 5 successes between us?
So
No, you aid.
the aid action, if you'll look on the
Oh, yeah.
cheat sheet. Let's see.
Aid.
What was it at?
Assist allies by spending 2 resolve to give someone. Well, that's resolve.
So whenever you aid somebody, it adds 2 dice to their roll.
Okay.
Okay, that I need all successes.
Well, you just need a couple of 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Or that.
Hey,
You got
Yeah.
2 of them.
You got 4.
that's 5.
5, yeah.
I see 3.
2.
There's another 6 there.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so you succeed. Tell me what happens.
So I'm going to turn around and say, okay, where are we taking this?
So what she does is she reaches under it and she lifts it up and she manages to get it up, but it is just barely up. So it's maybe like 3 inches. And now as y'all look, you'll see a giant pipe going down below. So congratulations.
I mean,
You did lift it.
so guys,
Can you go inside the pipe?
You're our scout, buddy.
Look, trust me, I'd love to.
Hurry.
I'd love to go inside the pipe of most likely very disgusting liquid myself, but I am, very solid.
Fine. You can set that down. I can just go through the floor. Just slowly lower myself through the floor.
Okay.
And I'm going to let it go down.
All right. Do you enter the pipe?
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter the pipe, you find nothing but bundles and bundles of electrical cable. It's not like any fibers you've seen before. It's seems to be different than. So you're from the 60s. It's different than anything
Oh, yeah.
that you're familiar with, but it does seem to be electrical power type related.
Yeah, I've seen conduit before.
Yeah.
I've probably crawled through a fair share of vents and things like
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, I'll just follow it.
Okay.
So, the device is sitting on top of this pipe. Was
Mhm.
there anything directly connected to the device?
Just the cable is what you can understand what it is. It has a shielding around the cables,
Mhm.
and that's what the pipe is.
Okay.
It's this. So you
Yeah, I'll just follow it.
okay. You follow it down probably about 1,000 meters. I'm sorry, 1,000 feet, not meters. You go down and you manage to come down to what at best guess would be an engine or a generator of some sort. It's unlike any generator you've ever seen before. It is fully encased in the earth. There's no access to it outside of the machine. So you poke your head out, you come back through. It is sunken down here. And 2, it is giant white. If you didn't know any better, you would nearly assume to be alien in origin. It just follows curvaceous shapes that the human mind doesn't normally go to for architecture.
I'll kind of just do a lap around it, look at it from all the different angles, come back up. Well, I don't think any of us is getting out that way. How big around is that pipe? Like,
It's probably, you could shove a skinny person down it if there was no cable in it. So you're probably talking about 3-4 feet,
well, unless you feel like disconnecting that device. I don't think we're going that way. There is a power source down there. It's hurts my head a little bit to look at.
So, I don't think we were looking for an escape that way. Weren't we trying to figure out why we were all, touching it, or why it lights up at us? I mean, weren't we trying to figure out why it's here?
I'm gonna pull out my notepad, and I'm gonna just kind of do like a rough sketch of the device and like how it was connected to that engine, and I'm gonna show it to Marisol.
Marisol, you recognize this device as likely a Mobius strip. Like, it is all one side. It's big, circular, but it is all one piece.
That is weird. You guys know what a Mobius strip is?
I think I know a club by that name.
Was it what I think it was?
I mean, it was a racing.
Okay. Now you know.
Racing?
It had a figure 8 track.
Ah, okay.
It's what Sonic the Hedgehog characters do when they are on hard times.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's gonna, like, flip through his notebook and go, yes. OC, do not steal. Is that right? But judging by the look on Marisol's face,
I mean, she's trying not to choke laughing. Because, ouch.
I'm just gonna put a check mark by that. Yes, I'm understanding now.
We need to find our friend Black Huron and figure out what this device does.
I'll flip to the Black Heron page that I took after we dug out all the notes from the computer, and I'll just put a little line there. I am more interested why he didn't come back for us. I know he's not the direct action type, but he had to have known we were there, or at least would have looked. I'm also trying to figure out, and there is a big. So does what's her name? Streak. Does she have a superhero symbol?
She doesn't. And in fact, about what you know about Streak, she's actually a villain.
Yeah, she's villainous.
Wondering why they put them together.
Romeo and Juliet.
But they're not dead, so.
It would they have been if he'd waited, 20 minutes.
Impetuous youth.
And yay, let's fall in love in 3 days.
Heron and Streak stands, and are right here.
I think our first priority should be getting out of here and sealing this place up. We can always come back.
Okay.
Unless it self-destructs. That's still a thing, right?
Obviously. The robots did it.
Or if there's more places to hide and he is just hiding waiting for us to leave and then he's going to get rid of everything.
Let's try to find him before that happens.
So we've basically, between the four of us, trekked over every available piece of this base.
The cells that y'all were in, the dormitories has been thoroughly searched, and the, I guess, garage would be the best way to...
With the giant silo doors in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Well, I think unless, we get one of those incredibly strong types, they're not coming through the entryway labyrinth. If we could find a way to seal off the garage after we left. Unless you just want to start knocking down walls.
Well, I'm sure that someone could use the same control panel to close it that we used to open it, and then just come back up. Someone who could perhaps teleport. It's too bad we don't know anyone like that.
Yeah, it is. It's too bad. Too bad.
It's a shame they don't make portals that you can, walk through. Doesn't even have to teleport again.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so what are y'all doing?
So we are going to the. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Was
what
it
the plan again?
sunny out?
Yeah.
Is it daytime?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't go. Y'all have to wait till night.
Can't or won't?
I mean,
Will an umbrella help?
how light sensitive am I?
You tell me, how light sensitive are you?
Are you a daywalker?
I could let you borrow my coat.
Yes, she turns into Wesley Snipes during the day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll have to wait till night.
But if I let you borrow my coat, don't look in the pockets.
I mean, I'm going to now. What fun is that if I don't?
You just tempted her.
It's for your own good.
Just a whole slice of just garlic pizza.
How long have you been there?
Okay.
Because Psychout wears like a big duster coat. And it's probably not nearly warm enough and cool enough to actually warrant it.
Mm.
So,
So do you have a hood on it? Or
it's a big enough coat. Like, how tall is Paris?
5'8".
Okay, he's like 6'2", so you could probably like
Drape it over me.
drape it over.
Okay. All right. Then let's go back to the garage.
Okay.
And
Do you check the pockets?
I do, yes.
There are like an obscene number of butterscotch candies in there,
Okay.
and a paperclip.
So I'm gonna fiddle with the paperclip. So are you going up there to give me a picture of where to put the portal, or are we just kind of guessing and hope y'all don't land in a rock?
I can give you a picture.
Yeah, Damien will just put another cigarette to his lips, light it, and just start walking, and then just start walking up the wall.
I start humming a certain theme song.
Get up top.
Show me a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can use my mind link powers to make sure that we can share senses if you'd like.
Okay.
So because it is, kind of far away, you're going to have to do an average, not an average success, a hard success, which is 2 dice.
Or with my
With your teleport. Yep. And add 2 because the mental picture is assisting you.
Oh, there's a 6 right.
Yep.
I see 2
2,
6s.
3, 4, 5. That's kind of lopsided, but 6, 7, 8.
All right. You can put that however you want.
Okay, so a little portal's gonna open, and as y'all walk through, there's a really pretty grass and tree, and it's green, not desert-like, since we're in the thing. And I'm gonna. So, did anybody show me how to lock the box or anything like that?
I mean,
It's just a button.
Yeah, it's got a
just
button.
It's
Okay.
literally a button.
Okay, so I'm gonna push that button first, and then I'll walk through also.
Okay. All right. It is somewhat disconcerting to anyone who doesn't teleport all the time, seeing the machinery and all of that inside the empty garage and inside basically a hole to the nature around you. But you'll find yourselves out in a nature preserve, and you'll hear this grinding as the silo doors come across. They close and come back up, and it's as if they never opened. It is completely undisturbed.
Is the land we're staying on nice and flat and grassy and
Yes, yes, it
pretty
is.
pastoral?
Yeah.
Yep. Marisol's gonna find the only rock right there and go tumbling.
All right.
Look,
Sounds good.
Look, if Darwin wasn't here, she'd be black and blue all day long.
Perfect.
So-
Grab a point of resolve.
Does anybody have something we can mark this spot?
There's a rock there. Marisol found it.
But does it look like every other rock? We have to make it. Hey, you smoke. Give me your lighter.
Or I can like scratch in
You know,
something.
burn a little bit in this grass or something.
Why don't we mark the trees?
And how would you
Oh.
suppose we do that?
I can really have knives on my hands. Like that's not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say not all of us can.
Edward-
do
All of a sudden,
Hands up.
Psychout flipping his pants back up. Not what I meant.
Damien is, gonna watch this whole thing and kind of cock his head. If you'll excuse me, I'm actually going to play a hunch, and he'll just disappear.
Okay.
And I will go back into the base, what with being invisible,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna kind of hang out in the main area, just
Okay.
to see if anything happens now that they've left.
Alright, so one, get a point of resolve because you're playing into your flaw that you have to solve mysteries. I know this one was bothering you. But as you go back in, the base is basically powered down.
Mhm.
There's no lights on it. Everything is inert. There's nothing going on. As you dip down into the hallway and you're waiting to see if anyone pops out, what do you do? Like, where do you go? Are you just staying in the garage? Like,
So no, that sort of control room seems to be the central area.
okay,
As I'm invisible, I'm just gonna lean up against a wall and just wait.
as you come back from the garage and you near the central panel, it starts powering back up. Everything, lights come on, base powers up, and it's just like whenever y'all were in there. It does detect you. It's like whenever you walk past a motion light
Mhm.
and it flicks on, same thing. You walk into that room and everything comes on.
Then I'll take like 3 steps back,
Mhm.
let it shut back down,
Mhm.
and then lean up against the wall there.
Okay? How long are you going to stay there?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Like I'll just sit there invisible, kind of going through my notebook,
Okay.
trying to connect the dots.
So this is where the flaw part will come in. You're
Yeah.
going to stay there for a good little bit.
Yeah.
And then nothing happens while you're there.
Mhm.
And you're outside of that control room. So you guys, Damien has disappeared and is following up on a hunch. What are y'all doing?
I'm finding some shade. And have my head down, my hands in the pockets, and just at least yelling at them, hey, we need to track this place somehow.
So, to that, anyone who wants to give me a willpower check. And we're looking for just average, which is 1 success.
Oh.
2, 3, 4,
6.
5.
Y'all, anyone who got 1 success or more puts together a little bit of the comment that Marisol made that this was fairly flat and pastoral area around this silo. Is lots of trees. You're in a wilderness preserve. It's in the forest. So this kind of stands out in the fact that there's no trees here where y'all just came out. It looks entirely natural. Like there's no, it's not fake. It's not a hologram or anything, but it is very flat. And no trees.
It's natural, but not natural.
Correct. So it does stand out
This
in
is
its own
not
way.
a natural clearing. Someone cleared it, but it's been manicured.
Correct.
Okay. Well, finding a giant, perfectly circular clearing in some woods might be easy if we have an aerial thingy.
What are we talking about mermaids for?
Not that kind of aerial. Flying. Plane. Good try, though.
As long as this is the only one.
That's true.
We don't know how big this forest is.
I mean, to be fair, you can telekinesis yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad that movie hasn't come out yet.
So what do you guys do?
We're waiting for Damien, right?
How long do you think he's gonna be?
Oh, you know how Damien is when he has a hunch.
I know.
Well, this is boring.
I was gonna say, like, you know, when I do solo investigations, like, time is kind of meaningless to me. So, it could be 5 minutes, it could be a year.
Oh, let's go ahead and see if we can find our way back to the city.
All right.
Who's up for hike?
Are you still mind linked or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can maintain that. I've got a 10 in telepathy, so.
Okay. So let me look. Distance. So y'all will stay connected up to. That's throwing ring, so that doesn't matter. I'll say up to 3 miles away. Because everything starts going 1,000 feet, 5,000 feet. So with 10, it's going to be up to 3 miles away. You can try and roll for further successes to see if y'all stay linked after that. So y'all start trekking. What direction? How do y'all determine your direction? Do y'all just set out?
Where's the sun?
Okay, all right.
Let's start with something easy.
I was gonna say, Damien pointed you in the direction of the city.
And y'all are still linked with him, so if y'all have a question. But the sun is probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's slightly to the west.
Okay. And which way was the city?
Whenever y'all left, it would be to the south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orientation.
Yeah. I have to concentrate on the mind link, so I shouldn't do any navigating, even ignoring the whole, line thing.
Oh God.
I don't know anything about navigating.
You would think that someone who's good with teleporting would
But
have
it's
to.
boring. It's too boring. No, it's
So
not fun at all.
let
I hate all of you.
whoever wants to lead make a survival roll.
I guess that's gonna be me.
All right, make a survival roll. You're going to so you're not very nature friendly.
No.
You're not very skilled with this, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. So you're going to look for 2 successes.
Okay.
Fishing for 6s. Hey!
I got 3.
All right. So you do succeed. It takes you probably about an hour and a half of maybe a wrong turn here or there.
I am marking our path if we go through the trees with little, at least arrows.
I have some butterscotch we can drop.
No! Give that back. Give back Susie.
About an hour
No,
into
Susan.
that is when you're like, I'm not noticing anything. So they've got about an hour lead on you, but they're heading generally west. You're still actually within contact with them.
How far can I do a portal between? Would I be able to open a portal between you and us if you want to come back to us?
What is... So, you're less than 2 miles away. That would be... Check this one.
Just saying, if you're ready. And we're not too far away.
That's true. That would be a... You can't see it, but y'all are mentally linked. That would be a hard check.
And
So,
I have been there before.
Only 2 successes, yeah.
You ready? Or not yet?
You can always return to the scene of the crime later.
The semen of the crime.
Yeah, I can't talk today. I don't.
I do that all the time.
So,
He's working too hard on the mind link.
Yeah.
yeah.
There.
Oh.
Take a point of resolve for your insanity coming through. The semen of the mind. Of the crime.
Fine. So much for the villain always returning to the scene of the crime.
Maybe we're the villains.
I'll, yeah. if you'd like to speed me up, otherwise.
Yeah,
Yep.
you get a 6.
Yeah. So Damien just pops out. That was disappointing.
All right.
I mean,
So-
we would let you stay down there all night if you want, but we're not exactly equipped for camping.
And there's
You sound
no
like
phone.
Marisol's parents when she told them that she was going into game design.
Eh,
Sorry, I can see everything right now.
scholarship, yay.
So as y'all near the city, y'all are a motley band of hitchhikers at this point. It would somewhat seem. Y'all are trekking through the woods, and y'all come upon New Haven.
The seaman.
New Haven is a fairly large metropolitan area. There is a coastline. Y'all can see water down the way. Lots of skyscrapers, but as y'all are coming into the edge, it's mainly the suburbs y'all are coming into. Lots of little homes, 2.5 kids, that kind of thing.
Hey, at least you're not in the bad side of town.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had 2.5 kids.
They're still
It's all the
bacon.
nuclear dumping.
They're still bacon.
Do we have a base of operations?
Not that you recall.
Not that we recall.
Wow.
I don't live too far from here. We could probably stop at my place and.
Is there cell signal?
There is cell signal here.
Yeah, Marisol's phone would be blowing up.
Okay, all right.
So we're trying to be
Actually,
stealthy. Sorry.
Your small devil box is ringing.
your small devil box isn't ringing, and that's somewhat concerning to you.
Yeah.
Do we see people?
Yes, there are people. And actually, as you start to notice people, make me a perception check, anyone who wants to.
By the by, still invisible.
I'm going to say
Noted.
I don't
Not
really
that
notice a lot because I'm getting weaker from light sensitivity.
Okay, go ahead and take a point of resolve. You'll take -1 on all your die rolls until you get inside.
Is that perception?
Yep, I got a 4.
Okay?
4.
Five.
But
Naughty da. I'm blind. You should be damn proud of me for getting 4.
yes, you've done very well. Pet.
All right. As you start noticing people, people start noticing you, and they start saying, "It's the 5! It's the 5!" And they start freaking out. Now
There's only 3 of them.
yeah. Y'all are very recognizable. Y'all are a superhero team that has done a lot of work around here. You're fan favorites around the town. But this is kind of an odd freak out. Like, you're used to people going, "Oh, it's 5, yay, hooray." But this is like, we found them.
I'm gonna find a newspaper
Okay.
stand or a machine and
Okay. You're in a suburban neighborhood right now, so a lot of homes, not a lot of convenience stores right where you're at. I mean, you can find it if you go a little bit of ways. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Probably about half a mile over, you find like the corner store, several blocks up. There is one of the little pull newspaper things there. What are you looking for?
just gonna see if there's any headlines about us.
Oh yes, it's "Where have the 5 gone? What's happened to the Freedom 5? Is this the end?"
I'm gonna make a manifestation check real quick.
Okay.
Hey, so as I'm walking by one of these, newspaper machines, I just kind of reach my hand in, grab one, pull it out, walk away, and when I get back to these guys, there'll just be like a newspaper that materializes right in front of them.
Oh, yes, thank you. I can't read that.
Oh.
And then Psychout's going to use telepathy to probe like some nearby mines.
Okay, all right.
Does he? I mean, he's not going to go too deep.
Okay. It's an easy check, so you're looking for 1 success.
Seems we've been missing for some time.
3,
Oh, boy.
4, 5, 6.
I'm so dead.
So when there's someone that is like really freaking out, Psychout. I got 6 successes, by the way.
Okay.
Psychout is going to kind of feel that and be like, oh, no need to panic. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. And this is via telepathy to the person. It's, would you mind if I take a look inside there and see what your last memories of us are?
Whoa! He's talking to me! Oh my god!
I always try to ask for consent before I do a mind reading.
Yes!
If there's anything,
Read it all!
if there's anything you don't want me to see, just
No, see it all!
just think of butterscotch candy.
I miss my grandpa.
And then Psychout will read through the surface level thoughts of what exactly happened and how long we've been gone.
Well, upon first contact, you get the normal, what does a blind guy see during dirty times? Because oddly enough, that seems to be what they think about. But no, after you dig in a little bit, you see that y'all have been missing for about 2 weeks. And the last time y'all were seen, y'all were fighting with Captain Starling, one of y'all's arch nemesi.
That one asshole.
I'm going to ask, have you happened to see Black Huron?
No. Is he not with you?
No, we're still looking for
Where have y'all been?
underground. It looks like we were captured.
Yeah, well, that tracks. Are you okay? Do you need help? Do we need it?
So are we near this guy's house?
No, he's like way across the street that was freaking out, and then he stopped and he's like,
He's having a conversation with just
him? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anybody standing outside their house? That the door's open, that they're just kind of standing outside looking and everything?
there were some screams and there's some people coming out, like whenever there's a car accident.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone okay? So you're starting to get a little bit of a crowd, but they're kind of standing in their yards like, what's all this about?
Well, I'm gonna walk right into somebody's house and start raiding their fridge.
Okay, all right.
Because this is boring.
All right, so you...
By raiding their fridge, do you mean like eating their children?
No. If they have any raw meat, though, I will suck blood from that.
You can find a couple of steaks pretty easy.
better than defrosted.
I mean, hopefully.
Otherwise, you might get brain freeze.
No. No, they are not.
Or they're being marinated.
I've seen her intelligence score. That's not going to happen.
Also, have to be marinated with garlic.
Yeah, so since Psychout is busy and Paris is doing her thing, I assume it's just Marisol and I.
Gotcha. An awkward teenager in armor, just looking like not wanting to be visible at all, but being visible.
We could skip the middleman and just make a big scene and have him come back to us. If we were so important as that he needed to capture us, we could just let him know we're back on the scene.
Yeah, that could work. What were you thinking?
Listen, radio was the height of communication in my day, so I'm going to defer to the expert.
I'm gonna check the phone again. Is it just not going off because it's dead, or?
No, it's working. It's just not going off.
You've been missing for 2 weeks. Nobody.
Why is that?
Try calling you.
You think a Hispanic mother would still be calling?
Right.
Oh, man.
While you're eating the steak, though, there is a news report going on the television inside. And while it's not related to you guys, there have been some disturbances around town.
Oh, I'm watching that intently.
Yes. Come back to that.
I mean, how big of a of a disturbance do you want? Because I could call my mother, and that would be the nuclear option.
Is she powered?
Yeah. Just not in the same way Marisol is. Unless you count the true side stuff.
Could be a worthwhile venture.
Mom's a witch. Mom is a Latino mother, and she's going to be yelling. That's the kind of nuclear option I'm talking about here.
Doesn't sound like a bad deal for me.
Yeah, you don't have to live with it.
I don't have to live with anything.
This is true. I sometimes forget you're dead.
I don't know if I should be offended by that or not.
Well, we all forget that Psycho over there is blind, and that Paris is Paris.
Is alternatively living.
Yes, there you go. I was mostly getting that and everything else with her.
I was thinking a news report of some kind.
Who do you want me to call? That's not my mother. Please, God.
I don't know. Who decommissions nuclear bases these days?
I don't know. I don't think I have Google on my phone at this point.
Well, we should contact the police department, I'm sure.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, turns out that my friend across the street over there is very inquisitive about things.
You think he can call cops?
Well, you have a phone, don't you?
Yes.
You can call the police from your phone.
Fine.
Suddenly you get a call. Why are you calling the police?
By the way, he writes fan fiction about us.
I don't want to know.
Oh no, it's actually very entertaining. There's a story where Damien and I retired to a Tuscan villa.
Married?
Didn't say.
You sure about that?
Didn't say.
I'm old-fashioned. You're going to have to put a ring on it.
That might be difficult. I think it'd just slip right off.
I think that means yes.
And that's the crux of the problem.
So while the news stuff is going on and everything, I'm watching it, but I also would like to pick up the phone and call my household.
Okay.
Since we've been missing for so long, I need to make sure my wealth and everybody's still there.
Of course. So you make the call. You got the number memorized. It's been the same for years.
Yeah.
You call the number, and it is dead. There is actually not even a ring. It is just click. Just immediately. Click.
The funny thing is, if someone calls her and she picks up, the line is still dead.
Mostly dead. Not quite dead.
So, okay, what's going on with the news?
Well, with the news, you see that there has been a disturbance down near the docks, and that there has been a break-in at a local science facility.
Okay.
Research lab, I guess would be the...
So I'll put the jacket up back over me again and walk out to these guys and let them know that, hey, there's some fun down at the docks or the science museum. Which we going to? The news, said stuff was happening. Let's go. Let's go to one.
Damien's just gonna. So basically, there's this newspaper floating in front of Marisol. He's just gonna point with it at Paris and say, "You've got something there." Just kind of gesturing at your face.
Hey, this could be our big,
Like here? Did I get it?
Other side.
Oh, okay.
No, other side.
Are you messing with me?
Yes.
You don't get a vote. Docks or museum?
Museum? My vote's museum. I like the museum.
Anybody else?
Oh, I say it's as good a start as any. Probably closer to there than we are to the docks.
I mean, because, maybe if we go somewhere and show up and everything, the dude, what was his name?
Captain Starling.
Maybe he'll show up.
Yeah, Ghost Detective here was wanting a big, showy, distraction.
Oh, see? There you go.
Okay.
This is just for you then, right?
Who wants to drive?
Does anybody have the phone number for the FBI? Asking for a friend.
That just seems like the kind of random knowledge
Yeah,
that
really.
that Psychout would have.
I'll give it to you, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Here, sending it to you now. Thinking numbers at you in a very catchy jingle.
What are we doing with the FBI?
1-877. Call the FBI.
This is Agent Barter's number.
What?
She is a big friend of mine. One of my biggest fans.
So
Hello, Clarice.
we'll say on that newspaper, like somehow the numbers and like the date or whatever will circle for those.
Uh-huh.
And we'll just hold it out to whomever is nearby. We might give them a call and let them know that a superhero or a supervillain is operating a base in the area. I'm sure they have some kind of containment procedure. I really don't think we should have left that device by itself. It's just a feeling I get.
Am I the only person with a cell phone here?
Yes.
Yes.
I hate all of you.
This is the 2000s. I mean, you probably have a Nokia flip phone, but
It's probably going to be. It might be a flip phone.
It's the Nokia brick that survives everything.
I have one of those.
Yeah, me too.
It does.
It was a trial of process and error
process of elimination.
process of elimination because she successively got she got a super cool fancy smartphone and it got destroyed by the armor and just successively worked her way back to the Nokia brick, which is the only
As
thing
long as it has a camera, we're good. And you can do texting. I don't care.
So do you call the FBI?
If anybody else wants to talk to them, I call them.
Oh, I'll talk to them.
Cool. Okay.
I'll just start walking.
Most awkward teenager ever. Okay.
Okay. So you call Agent Barter
And I shove the phone at Psychout.
at the FBI.
Please don't trace my phone.
Too late. Okay. So
We're not like my mother.
So what year did this take place?
This is
2000-ish.
2004, 2005, early to mid 2000s.
So I probably would have seen in a documentary that anybody, if they have a recording of your phone call since 2004, they can analyze the electromagnetic field and track you down based on what power station you're near. So
Yeah.
This is Agent Barter.
Hello, Agent Barter. How are you, three cats?
Oh God.
Do you have cats?
Where have you been?
We've been underground. We just got out. Captain Starling has a base over here, and I think it's full of some sort of strange alien technology. I thought you might be interested in case.
Hold on. Okay, so you're right outside of New Haven, right? On the north side. Yeah. Y'all coming in from the woods.
Yes, from the woods. There's a clearing there.
Psychout, I know you have your problems, but why are you calling and reporting your base?
What?
Because we don't remember it.
That is your base. 100%. This is your base.
Well,
Can you please stop wasting my time? Once you have something about what actually happened to you, call me, let me know. I'll get damage control out there because I always have to clean up after you. But this is good to see you're back. Thank you.
All right.
Click.
So apparently we live there,
We live where?
in the place we just left. That's where we come from.
I mean,
That's
I'm
where
sure,
babies are made.
I'm
No.
sure we stayed there. I mean, obviously we had our own dormitories there,
Something like label maker.
but but as far as live there, I mean, I have my own house and everything.
You touch that pot a lot, don't you?
Pot? No, I don't do that. Why would I do that?
Let's.
Do you think he's the one smoking? Maybe he's the one smoking it.
He's not enunciating well right now.
Pod.
With a
Pod.
D. With a D.
Oh. Pod.
Lean a hand on that pot, huh?
I mean, I
How
don't
you do
remember
it?
what I've done in that pod, but apparently I've done some stuff.
A lot of inappropriate images in your head.
But now
Accidentally.
you just get an image of like Paris, and it's like a cartoonish like drawing like of Paris like sitting fully clothed in a bathtub, scrubbing her back, and the pod shaped bathtub.
Maybe it's my coffin. Don't normally sleep in those anymore, but could be. Maybe it's comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, aren't you dead when you sleep?
I mean, you know. Are we going to the museum or the docks? Did we decide? What did we decide?
I've been walking that way.
Yeah, we decided the museum, and
Okay.
we're going that way.
Okay.
All right.
So we're walking towards the museum.
So y'all walk to the museum. It takes a good little time walking, and people are freaking out. People start pulling out cameras, and we're not talking camera phones. We're talking about like the disposable click, click, or actual like
Bird watchers.
yeah, very nice cameras. And people are freaking out. You're getting this reception all across. But after, a good 20, 30 minutes walking, people offering you rides, you'll manage to...
I was going to say, we probably should lean on some transport.
Yeah. You actually get picked up by a local fire truck that's going on. Like, hey, we can give you a lift. Kind of odd seeing y'all walking, but come on, guys.
I get the cab. Inside the cab.
I'm on the ladder.
Okay, the back.
Damien, are you the truck?
I imagine I would have to do something like that to even
Keep up. Yeah. But y'all eventually get to Environ. It's a research lab.
Not a museum, but a
Yeah,
science center.
not a museum, but it is a research center, and
Let's promise a museum.
turns out the fire truck was already headed this way, because there is now a giant fire roaring at Environ, which you noticed on the
Yes.
television.
The building was on fire. It wasn't my fault.
As y'all pull up, the smoke and fire is just roaring off this building, and y'all hear these giant clicks echoing across the entire block. It's really hurting your heads for those who have eardrums for it to hurt, especially Psychout over there. And pretty soon you see a form that looks like a giant ball of ice, maybe?
Psychout doesn't see.
You
shit.
sense what looks like might be a giant ice sculpture of a chinchilla bursting through a wall.
Ice chinchilla and a beholder.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this was weird, but yeah.
Weird. We walk around with a ghost and a vampire.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, as soon as the truck stops, probably even before the truck stops, Damien just apparates right in front of it.
Okay.
And starts running towards the building. He's gonna go look for people trapped inside.
Okay.
Psychout's going to do a scan to see like how many people are inside the building that he can detect.
So for that, give me a do you have telepathy or telekinesis?
Telepathy.
All right. Do a telepathy roll.
Telekinesis roll to pull everybody out of the building simultaneously.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Yes, there are probably about 20 different researchers trapped within inside the building.
I've got to read on the researchers. There's 20 of them in the building, distributed through different points. We don't have much time. I can point you in their direction.
You can point them in their direction. So, with that information, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna walk through the wall and find the nearest group.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Sorry about that. With this, it's actually a fantastic time to wrap up this episode with an ice chinchilla and fiery doom for our researchers. Any plugs that anyone wants to make? Any questions, comments, or concerns? They'll survive another one.
So far. Don't know about here in the future. With fire,
Yeah,
vampires
fire.
doesn't really, you know.
Are you Frankenstein's monster? Rah, fire bad.
No, it's everybody else. Fire bad.
I wasn't aware you had to be a monster to burn to death. No, just the usual stuff.
Find us online where you get all your podcasts at Average Adventuring Party. Go support our Patreon. We're over $15. Check out our Twitter. We got tons of new followers. Definitely digging that. So thank you for your support. We'll see you next time.